everybody, this is Falling to the Top, Season 1, Episode 6. We are talking about how the world is coming to a crashing end. So enjoy the intro. I'm going to bring in, we have our regulars, Matt Duffy and Ryan Weiss, who, of course, we will be making fun of Ryan as per usual. But we also have Marco here. So things are going to get, let's say, inappropriate. Welcome to the show.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hey, assholes. What's happening?
That intro, you know.
Thanks.
Good.
I'm really enjoying it. I know it's not good, but it's got a,
It's got that hypeness to it, man.
it's got some hype. Listen, the only thing that beats it for hypeness is let's see this one. Which and is also above on mine, which makes me feel great, right? Like if anything, I feel as we discovered last week, is Ryan also is already famous. He's rubbing it in our face that he's already famous because we know that there are these pictures that exist. So
What can I say? You
the
know,
world's ending, all hell is breaking loose, and we're all here for it. So this is fun. This is fun. How's everyone week been? Everyone's saying hello. Serge is saying woo, and yes, and
Oh,
some guys.
ooh, and yes.
Yeah.
Witnessing the rapture as it's happening live.
You know, I wish. I feel like we have so much technology. It's only fair that we should get more videos of people just disappearing. I feel like that's already happening.
Depends on what website you're on, man. You can watch it live. Missile just smack a motherfucker right in the face.
Listen, which is, you know what? Like, I remember where my mom's from is in Greece, is up in the mountains. It's close to the borders with other countries, right? So from World War II, there's still guns and stuff up there, and they find landmines every so often. And you're like, man, that is some scary ass shit if you're walking around with a donkey and then boom, leg's gone. You're like, damn it. Like, it is not like that is fucking terrifying, right?
Dude, I've seen one video of this dude from the Ukraine. He just looked like somebody's drunk uncle. He just walked over to a landmine with a cigarette in his mouth, and he picked it up nice and carefully and chucked it over the
Move it
side.
off the road. Would you like?
we've all seen that video. Okay, I don't think Russia understood what they were getting into. I don't think they should have done some more market research.
I think the Ukrainians are just the hillbillies of Russia, man.
Tomato, tomato. I feel like they're both where you're standing there going, listen, these guys, number one, have made a pipe out of an apple on a regular basis. And if anything, for them, they're like, hey, it makes it better for you. You're like, okay, sure, buddy.
It's organic now.
No, but this is the crazy part is what I love the most about that is that guy risked his own life to move a landmine off the road for the well-being of the rest of everyone using that road. And today, especially where we are in Canada and in America, I'm sure you couldn't be arsed to do something like that for the people around you. Be like, touch a landmine, fuck that.
No. See, you're wrong. You're wrong. From where I come up from, all you have to do is, I'll bet you a beer you ain't gonna pick that up. Oh, you want to bet? Fuck you! Fuck you! I'll fuck you out. Get it, you chicken shit. And next thing you know, you got some hillbilly with one arm.
Yeah. That seems. I feel like that seems that. I knew. I met a guy. I think I talked about it on one of the other shows. Was I met a guy who was in the war, but he actually lost like his bottom two fingers, like his pinky finger and this finger. So he would shake your hand, and you'd look at it from the top, and you're like, oh, it's a normal hand, and then you're like, whoa, and you're like, half your hand's missing. Oh my god, it was. Yeah, it's a man. It's messed up.
And then people like that don't warn you about it. That bothers the shit out of me. I don't care if you're missing some digits. Just don't start fucking poking your non-digits at me out of nowhere.
You know what, though? I feel like that's an opportunity for fun for everyone. You know what I mean? Joke's on you. Everybody's going to laugh and we're all good. You know? I think that's
I've had experiences with people missing digits and limbs and stuff, and if it's not put up on you, if it's not presented out, You don't want to fucking just come across a missing digit or
Well,
titty or arm or something.
if you want more of those stories, check out Marco's comedy. It is a delight for
love you.
its inclusiveness. It's inclusiveness where, hey, you don't want to be. We're in 2022. We want to include everyone. Okay. Russians are easy to track because of the trail of empty vodka bottles. Oh, that's not healthy. Don't no just poke me to start a fight. Yeah, I could just. Oh, that would not be nice. That's all.
Yeah. And the nut makes a hard on go away quicker than getting a nub go across your face.
Well, that's the thing is, you know what? Like, you never want to. I would never want to go out of my way and insult someone like that, right? You don't want to. But at the same time, yeah. But at the same time, like, hey, man, it's if we're not going to talk about it, like, it's going to be uncomfortable. I don't know. That's maybe I'm an asshole. Probably.
Hey,
Ryan's like going to start vacuuming soon. He's like, I'm just walking around doing stuff, just cleaning up around the house.
I'm waiting for his mom to come across like she used to with the titties just hanging out. Ain't seen mama's titties in a long time.
Well, fun times. So, one thing that did happen this week, somebody posted this. So, a parking space in downtown Toronto makes $27 an hour. I, a real person with thoughts and feelings capable of suffering, make less than a goddamn parking space. Thoughts, please.
Sounds like she should have picked a better career.
Why? That's not what we're trying to say. That's not what we're trying to say. Okay.
That's first thought that popped in my head.
Where is said parking spot?
Downtown Toronto. Downtown
Toronto. I need to know a location, first of all. How big is it?
It doesn't say.
Is there that's important information.
Yeah. Is there a bench on there? Is it got is it a view of the city, a lake? Is it access to the stores?
Yeah.
I mean, that could be prime property right there.
You don't know.
Their hookers close.
And your existence don't matter. Now get the fuck out of my parking spot.
That's so I want everyone who's watching this to know that the three people I'm with are horrible people. Just to be very clear.
I don't know
absolutely
this story either that she posted about. She's jealous of a parking spot. Okay, well, you know what? She had the gumption and the talent to figure out how much this parking spot is worth. Wish I had seen a picture of the parking spot. That would have helped. But she did do some research. So maybe she's just in the wrong career. Maybe she should be in parking spot research.
Number two for better career.
Yeah. Like this could be a career opportunity for her. She saw something. She's seeing an imbalance.
I'd get a car, park it in the parking lot, and fuck in the parking lot, and then you double your money.
So I want to be very clear that the fact that both of you are like, well, what kind of amenities does the parking spot have? Doesn't make you better people. It makes you worse. Just to be very clear.
If there's a porta potty in that parking lot's worth 30.
I hope it's a terrible parking lot. I hope it's got potholes and there's only space for like 3 cars. I hope it's awful.
I hope all of the bumpers, like the cement bumpers at the end of the parking spot, are all uneven. So you never know where you're supposed to park. That's what I hope for that.
If it's a parking spot that is frequently walked by, like Drake constantly walks by that parking spot.
Or if the parking spot's 27 and it's shitty, can you imagine what the good one's going to cost? You're going to start pissing and moaning about a $50 parking spot.
Well, let's be real. 100% this parking spot is in downtown, somewhere.
It's probably downtown Toronto.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen,
we need to start buying up parking spots.
Yeah, that sounds like the fucking market right there.
Yeah, I think we just learned something.
I brought this up specifically because I'm like, this is a good point of discourse, specifically because the point is that, hey, this is some stupid shit. And 2 of you are already like, you know what? She doesn't deserve to be paid $27 an hour.
I can't believe
she doesn't have a bench close by.
Me and Matt together. Like Matt and I are seeing eye to eye. You know how odd that is?
I mean, it's just some of us have paid ridiculous prices to park somewhere before. Like it's okay.
You're white.
There's literally 1 5x5 piece of land to park on downtown next to this high rise, and that's what it is. So I mean, I'm surprised it wasn't $100 an hour.
next week I'm going to be joined by 3 other people because you
Okay.
are horrible, absolutely horrible human beings. And
But Dino,
We don't own the land you do, Dino. We can't just go giving out parking spots willy-nilly for fucking
Yeah.
$5-10.
First of all, you answered none of the questions that we had. You literally saw someone else post this and was like, "This is a great idea. These guys can just run with it." And
Yeah. Here's a meme, guys.
shame
Go.
on me. Shame on me.
you
Shame
didn't
on
find
me.
out about
Did
pictures
you
of
guys see the meme about parking lots? You
You
guys
could've
can talk
heard
about that.
You could have looked her up and found her story. Maybe she had a brilliant story, and you could have had a great argument for her, made her validate it.
I think she's a
Instead, you
hater.
tore her down, and that's actually on you, sir. That's on you.
I'm pretty sure she drives a Prius. Let's be honest.
Yep, she's a hater. She drives a Prius, and she's pissed that she can't get the spot for fucking 25.
I
Well,
mean, have you? Has this woman never seen event parking? You know, I mean, it could be like the worst concert ever. The closed spots are still $50. Like that's
Unless
just
you got
the
the
way.
handicap sticker, which I do.
I knows about that.
Yeah.
You're all horrible people. Like, hey, horrible. Like, I'm confident the 3 of you, all 3 of you, at possibly the same time, if not other times, have all said, I wouldn't piss on that person if they were on fire.
Oh,
And you know
plenty of
what?
times.
For sure. Yeah. I have to think about both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
I just don't have to go right now, bro. I'm sorry. You know, your screams are not helping me.
That's making me nervous.
Oh, because you're not in the mood, Ryan.
That
Is
was
that why
fucking
you're
great,
not
Ryan.
in the mood?
That was better than anything I could have came up with. I just spit
Yeah.
my coffee out.
All right. Well, since we're on horrible thoughts, I mean, she's complaining about 27 an hour. Come on, lady,
you know
get
what?
on OnlyFans and sell pictures of your feet. Like, if you're
Yeah.
that upset about, like, we had this whole conversation. I've actually been told 3 times this week by close friends. They're like, Ryan, you are 100% a slut. You would be all over OnlyFans, whatever, if you were a woman. I was like, yeah, no, in a heartbeat. I'm sorry. You have money-making shit just there, and you're not doing anything. Like, you mean to tell me you're too good to sell pictures of your feet? Please. Please.
Yeah, so all my kids,
Women are getting paid for
woman should
putting
be
underwear
broke. They're
on,
always
putting them in a
$40 worth
Ziploc
of
bag,
pussy.
and sending that shit out. Could you imagine if a man could put underwear on and ship that shit out? I mean, do you
They
want it?
do.
Nah. Mm-mm,
Hey,
nah.
I
mm.
100% believe that Ryan sells underwear that he's worn on the internet
would-
right now,
I think
and
that
says,
was
and he's like,
subliminal advertising.
100%. He has pictures
would have
on a
different
website.
levels,
Says, yeah,
too.
that's
No,
me.
no, no.
They're
No,
pictures of Matt
let's
Duffy. They're pictures of
back.
Matt
I
Duffy.
want to go full screen for this one, okay? Because let's back this up, okay?
Sure.
Like,
Go
I would
by all
have
means.
different levels of the underwear, okay? You got these girls going,
Oh.
oh, I went to the gym and wore it for 15 minutes. I'd be like, nah. Do you want, like, fresh out the shower, smell good with BO? Do you want after a 2-hour shift? Do you want after a run?
Oh.
Do you want after...
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I cannot listen to that
You know,
anymore.
the bad thing is I've been in his bathroom and all those exist. They're
What do
all
you,
laying on
do you
the
need?
floor.
Do you need the mud butt Taco Bell?
Absolutely not, Ryan. Absolutely not. That is
You know what?
disgusting.
I mean, like,
That is disgusting. Are you gonna stop?
Yeah.
Don't continue. I will take you back off screen. You filthy whore.
let's lead into my point I want to make here perfectly. I don't think everyone should be allowed to vote.
Yeah, well,
Well,
on this
That
screen,
ship has sailed.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Okay.
It's just one of those things now. Everyone's like, I need freedom and I love democracy. I'm like, I love it too. Not for all of you, though.
Well,
Not for
That's why
everyone.
we have prison.
Freedom, not so much. Democracy, let's scale it back a little bit. I don't think everyone should be allowed to vote. And I think, you know what, we should have IQ tests for voting. Like simple questions, just like, can you name the parties that are running and what color they represent? Like, you know, that kind
And
of
it's
thing.
spelled Democrat.
That would be good.
come on, now you know you would spell it wrong on purpose and disqualify yourself. You can't write Democrat down without putting Democrat. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah,
You know you can't. Yeah, you know what? I'm for this because about 50% of Republicans are going to lose their ability to vote.
this is great. And I think what we could do also is that if you decide to take the IQ test to vote, you have the risk of if you do really well, you could get 2 votes. But
Why
if
don't
you
we
do
just
really,
qualify 'em?
really bad, really badly,
Yeah.
then you not only lose your vote, but you lose the vote for a family member.
I mean,
Yeah,
let's
but
make,
then in
you know what,
15 years, you'll have
Hey,
a fucking
one at a
group get
time.
together. You'll have a group get together, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, the dumbasses should get a vote, and I'm the leader of the dumbasses, and we should get part of Congress." And it'll be like a fourth party, the dumbasses.
That's
Yeah, but
great.
you can
Listen,
pretend that they have a vote and just nobody
They can
tells them.
send them all the floor.
I'm with Matt Duffy. They can have a vote. Let's rank scale this shit, man. Like let's make SAT scores mean something in this country again, right?
Sure.
Like if you get a perfect score, you get 5 votes, okay? If you're average, you get 3 votes. If you don't put the name down right, you get 1 vote. You get 1 vote, and
No,
please
no vote.
put your name down right because we're checking because we want them voter ID laws. You better know how to spell your own name, Felipe. Let's go.
Felipe,
Hey,
you
hey,
know
you-
it's
hey,
all-
I wanted
Hey,
people to laugh tonight. I wanted
Mm.
people to enjoy themselves, and the three of you are ruining this because you're all horrible. I just
You
want to
put
be
me and
very clear
Marco
on
on a show together. That was your own. I mean,
that.
that was.
All 3 of you. I regret it thoroughly.
I find it hilarious that at the very beginning of this show, Ryan said, "I didn't go to college." So
I find
Ryan
it
gets to
more
have a
hilarious
vote.
that you thought that he was like, "Oh yeah, he's been to college." I'm like, "No, he's not been to
I
college."
went.
Oh.
I didn't graduate. I went to community college, boys. Community college. Yes, sir.
That's adult
VC and
daycare.
D. VC and D was my master. That's video design and graphic design, people. Yeah. I got into that and realized that I would never be able to make a living at it and dropped out.
Who
That
edits
was the way it
videos
went.
here?
Don't belong
Eargasm,
in
everybody.
the-
Who is? It's me. I do it. He went to school for it, but I'm the editor.
Who trained you and whose software are you using, sir?
Yeah, and I'm doing stuff that you never did. Filthy,
Nah.
filthy whore. Filthy
Okay.
I've
whore.
taught you shit, and you use a lot of my equipment. Fuck nut. How the fuck you gonna pull that card?
Yeah.
I'm a big portion of Eargasm's wallet, motherfucker.
Are you?
Yeah,
I've been, motherfucker. No, we ain't even gonna go there.
I'm
There we go.
froggy today. Let's go. Fuck it. Let's air it all out. Whatever. Let's just kick
Oh.
Ryan around for an hour. That's what this show seems to be. But then y'all get mad when I stand
only when
back
people
up.
enjoy it. Only when people
Yeah,
enjoy it. That's
yeah.
usually
Well,
what
no
we're
one's
doing.
enjoying it, so let's move back to the parking space Karen.
Oh.
Who
She's a
I gotta-
Karen. Hold on. She's a Karen because she wants a livable wage more than an inanimate object.
First of all,
She
again,
knows her worth, and it ain't as much as a parking lot.
put her tweet or whatever it was back up.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
yeah, that's coming. There you go.
Get it in. Her name is Dumpster. Her name is Dumpster. Sir.
Yeah, right
No,
there,
no,
right
no.
there. I
her
agree
name
with
is
Matt.
Dumpster and her real name is Bolin Likes Two Rocks.
Bolin likes
So
to
she's
rock.
Yeah,
Two
so
Rocks.
Bolin
First
is
of all-
smoking rocks in that dumpster.
Yeah, that's what's
She's not allowed to vote. Not allowed to vote. She can't spell correctly. Automatic there. So
Mm.
I don't know. I think
no, she gets one vote. You can't take away her right. She gets
No.
one. She gets one.
No,
But everybody
I
else
think
gets
that's
5.
true, because it's making a lot of money per hour. That thing.
I think she'll bitch that the parking lot gets 3 votes.
And support a family.
I mean, if she had said 15, sure, but like we're never gonna get to 27 an hour. It's not. I mean, listen.
Not when your name's Dumpster.
Mm-mm.
And you're smoking rocks.
That's a roadblock.
like that's her hooker name. Well, you know what?
How
Yeah.
dare that woman want to be paid more than a used parking space?
Then she maybe needs to be used a little bit more. Maybe
Oh.
she'll get paid more.
That is definitely not what we're saying. We're definitely
No.
not saying that.
No, that's
Listen,
not.
listen, dumpster. All I'm saying, look, I'm usually for the raising of the mage. I'm sorry, I'm in a grumpy mood today. But all I'm saying is, if you're getting out hustled by an empty parking space, bro, I'd literally sell your freaking socks. Do something. I don't know. Go online. Get on eBay. Go get a vending. Do something. Like, there's 27 an hour by a parking space, and you're mad about it. Like, come on. And you're pretty good looking too. Like, get the hell on OnlyFans. You know, do
You
what
wish
you
she's
gotta-
ugly.
Go
Shit.
get a job. I don't know. Like you got a leg up on a guy like me, okay? No one has ever been like, "Can I see your shorts?" Or, I've never gotten a job opportunity, no matter how good I looked. Okay, you can't put makeup on this and fix it. All right. So
You're going to the wrong
I
places,
don't
Brian.
know. I don't know.
You got nice perky titties. You're going to the wrong places.
I've tried. They need to be perkier. I guess. I don't know. I haven't found the properly managed gay CEO yet. I'm looking really hard because I will shake my ass for some dollar bills. 100%.
This is going to be another unclippable episode. Just no clips
Probably.
whatsoever.
It's all clips. The whole thing is a clip.
It's,
It's one big clip.
in the meantime, people, check out our Patreon. It's very important to support the channel. 'Cause, you know, this is what we want to do. Check out the Patreon. It's even on the YouTube channel. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe. That's makes complete sense.
Let's
Give
get
us something.
Since we're so topical, Dumpster is a ghost. At the night, Ryan.
That's not sexy. I don't know. I feel like Ryan would show up with flowers to a girl named. He's like, "My name's
I mean,
Dumpster."
look,
He's like, "I got flowers."
Let's take Dumpster's sexiness out of it, okay? You just have a
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
you have a significant advantage over a guy that looks like he has Down syndrome. I'm like, you know, I don't mean to be sexist, but if you're a pretty girl, you got a better chance than me, okay? That's all I'm saying. But take that out of it. Okay, you figured out that parking spot makes $27 an hour. Well, Dumpster, why don't you save up a little bit of money and pave yourself your own parking spot and charge $30 an hour? I mean, hey, you know what? Beyond that, why don't you do that for the whole city and then tell somebody, you know what, your parking spaces, you could actually charge $25. You know, if you pay me $500, I'll actually show you the best way to increase your profits on your
Now
parking
Dumpster
space.
Fire is cutting throats.
Hey, Dumpster Fire could be selling dumpsters too. I mean, that's a job no one wants to do. I mean, you got the perfect name for it there, Dumpster. Did you know that the average dumpster rents for like $500, Dumpster? You can get
That's
one
a
used
cum
for like
dumpster.
$1,000.
That's something totally
She
different.
definitely isn't watching. Just to be very clear.
Oh, 1,000%. But I'm hoping at some point it gets to Dumpster. I'm hoping this Dumpster Fire gets to Dumpster, who 1,000% is probably not a real person because it said Bolin and Dumpster. Like those are two. That's a guy name and a fake name. It's not adding up to me here, Dino.
Don't forget crack. There's crack in there.
Mhm. Mhm.
There's who we're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, look, your average Uber. No, seriously, your average Uber driver makes between
That's
15 and
right.
20 an hour right now. Like, if you're like,
Yeah.
just don't be like me and tell jokes for tips because you know, apparently that's not allowed.
You just have to tell funny jokes.
I used to get an extra 50 to $100 a day by cracking jokes in my car. The problem was I picked up. Fuck it, I'll air this all out there. I don't care. I picked up a woman from the airport and she had a 40-minute ride. And the whole 40-minute ride, she was crying in my back seat. So I kept joking and trying to cheer her up. And she said that I was sexist. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to drive with you crying for 40 fucking minutes in my
That's your
car.
job.
That's
Jesus
the job.
Christ, bro.
Oh my
Like,
God. Okay,
I'm sorry that I tried to make your day better. Jesus
I
Christ.
think you were just lonely and
Hey,
you fucked
hey.
that woman's day up even more.
If you're crying so much, why don't you lighten up, live a little, learn to laugh, lady? Oh my God, Ryan, you heartless piece of dog shit! What is wrong with you?
Don't get in my car crying from the airport on the way to your 6-figure business meeting and then complain to Uber. He made jokes. Yeah. I literally told the guy, I was like, yeah, I did. She's fucking crying, man. Should I took a picture of her crying? The
you
fuck am I
should've shut
supposed
the fuck up and
no.
drove to your destination.
Yeah.
Just zip
Hey,
it. And drive.
Hindsight's 20, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
Hey,
common
hey.
sense is free, motherfucker.
God damn.
Yeah,
That's a
so
clip.
let's
That's definitely a
blow-
clip. I'm
Let's
just telling
blow
you.
our eyes out, and I want some jolly Mr. Potato Head with his eyes too close to fucking start cracking
Oh.
jokes at me. No, Bobo, fucking turn the key and drive.
Yes, because we live in a society that says, "Drive and shut up, peasant." Bitch,
Yes.
this is my car.
I don't think
I
that's
can
a peasant
end this
thing,
ride
man.
if I want.
No. That's not a peasant thing. That's just being respectful of the environment. If someone's crying, listen, you either say, is it your haircut that did it? Or you just shut up and move on. Okay? Those are your options. You're either going to make fun of that person until you turn the tide. If you just start cracking jokes, and it's like, no, I'm just going to try and make some.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I
that's
know
what it
it's
is.
hard.
Hey,
dude.
100%, your material was definitely going to be sexist. 100%, okay?
That's about as bad as I went to my best friend's grandmother's funeral, and I fucking walked up to the casket. I paid my respects. I walked over. My best friend's uncle looks at me and says, "How you been, Marco?" I says, "I'm alive."
Oh, I've done that one.
I've done that
Oh yeah, that would have got Uber called on me.
Yeah.
too. You know what? You know what?
That's fair. Like that's yeah.
It really has bothered me to this day. Like, I don't know what did it. Because, like, there were periods
Oh.
where I would just shut up, and then there were periods where I'd crack another joke. I think, to be honest with you, like, when she got out of the car, and I gotta let you guys know this, like, the lady gave me her fucking business card about halfway through the trip. So, somewhere along the line, I don't know what the fuck I did. But, like, at the beginning of the trip, she was like, "Oh, you're a comedian? You run a company? Yeah, we'd love to sponsor you." So now I'm like full joke, like, "Yeah, we're funny. I'd love your sponsorship." And yeah, I'm like, what the fuck did I say? Like, I didn't like I didn't flirt with her. Like, I didn't like try to like get in her. Like, I was just like fucking driving the car and cracking jokes along the way. So, but yeah. Oh, and seriously, the passenger before that day, I brought this up. I showed them in the app when they fired me. Passenger before, same day, fucking $30 tip. You were so funny. Like, and I'm like, I was like, yeah, I always tell jokes. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Okay. I gotta ask the two halfway sane people here, Matt and Dino. Are you guys like? Am I high, or you guys see what's wrong with this whole situation there? Like, do you guys see this?
Listen, man. Let's be honest.
And you got
okay?
fired from DoorDash.
Listen, I made that for a reason. It's relevant. Okay. There is I love you, Ryan, but goddamn, man. Listen.
By the way, I don't think she actually cried. I could just tell, like, terrible mood, just terrible day.
Oh, now it wasn't tears. So you made it
No
worse.
tears.
Like, she got in pissed off. By the time she got out the car, she was crying because Ryan wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, probably. Whatever.
The best,
So,
dude.
and at the same time this happened, I was literally emailing. I emailed like 2 weeks before, and I was working on another email because I wanted to do like a comics doing Uber. You know, fucking Seinfeld's got the comedians in the car getting coffee. I knew like 2 or 3 other comics that were doing Uber at the time, and that's what we all did. Like, we would test material on people while we drove.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this would make a good show. Like, this would be great.
Listen, the lady left crying. I don't think it would have made a great show.
I mean, you've never had someone leave your show crying, Dino? Like, really?
I knew it was wrong.
That's a you problem, buddy. Like,
no. That's not a me problem. That's a me happiness. Like, that's a good thing. That's a sellable feature. Be like, hey, never made anyone cry as they left.
I had a woman call me a cancer when I got off stage last weekend. She called me a cancer.
You know what, though? Seriously, though, upon reflection, that's probably what it was. It's like, she got in the car. I could tell she was upset. I kept trying to cheer her up, and that's sexist and bad. That, like, I could tell someone was upset, and I kept trying to cheer them up. That's probably what it was.
Well, in all honesty, some people just want to let that run their course, right? Like, have you ever been upset and just want to be upset? And when someone tries to cheer you up, it makes you even more mad?
No.
You literally live in
been-
existence of anger, and you're
There's-
telling me
I-
that's not true?
at first I'm like, fuck you, Dino, but by the end of the show, I'm usually pretty happy that you guys broke me out of my funk. Yeah, no, that's usually how it goes. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but then you complain, oh, you guys are making fun of me.
I usually contemplate murder
Right,
before this show. Like, usually.
You're like
there's a-
4'11".
You're
Who's
not
gonna
that
murder us,
strong.
you?
You're contemplating suicide.
It doesn't take a lot of pressure, Dino. That's all I'm saying, okay?
Guys,
Doesn't take much.
Trust me, it takes a lot of pressure when you're my size. Trust me, okay? Listen, I have broke many of large furniture.
Many of large furniture.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I've gotten up on things and be like, oh, I'll just lean on that, and it breaks. I'm like, damn it. That just happens, okay?
So many dicks. It's crazy.
All right, every time. So, Ryan, how was your day? You seem like you were having a great time.
Yes.
Were you
I mean-
crying before you got on the show?
No, but I might
You want us
after.
to cheer you up?
I might after.
We're cracking jokes. Don't call like the StreamYard gods on us or anything. We're trying new material on you.
I mean, I would have to report you guys to myself, and that would be weird. That would be strange.
That seems like something you'd do, though.
Mm.
I
Just
reported
standing
you
in the
to-
mirror, motherfucking itself.
Just get into writing, yeah.
Yeah, that seems accurate. That seems like something that Ryan would do. He's like, I reported you to myself, and I found you guilty. Really, you don't say.
So no, but
Fuck you
just
and
to
your
end this,
parking
because
space.
I feel like I don't know. I kind of this might be the clip today, and I kind of want to keep diving into it. My thought on this, like,
All right.
so I get how she could have felt about it and how that upset her that I wouldn't leave her, but at the same time, I would probably do it again because I'm just like it's just me being nice and trying to cheer someone up.
It's
Like
just
I
you
couldn't
not
see
learning your
myself.
lesson.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's weird, right? Like, 'cause it's like, yeah, I would want someone to cheer me up.
The fuck up when someone is crying.
When someone's crying, okay, so this.
Okay,
is,
I
this is-
added the crying in for dramatic effect. I'm dead ass. Like, she wasn't crying, but I could tell she was fucking pissed.
Oh, so
like,
now
the
you're
whole ride.
lying.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm lying.
either one, someone who's in emotional distress. Okay, let's go through how you can help that situation. Number one, walk
Shut up
away.
and drive the car. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Number two, just do your job and get out of there. Minimize interacting. Okay. And number three is if you can get somehow out of luck a positive reaction, you stop there and you just let it stay positive and you walk away and you leave on a high note. This is a very
That's what I
key
should have
lesson.
done.
Always leave
That's
on
what
a
I
high
should have
note.
done. Yeah, I should just, once she was happy and she gave me the card, be done there. That's what. Because I can't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if it's a character flaw or what, but I could have just sat there and not tried for 40 minutes. And if that makes me a bad person, I'm a bad person. But once I had cheered her up and got the business card and whatever, I should have just shut up and drove the fucking car. When she slipped back into her funk, just let her. You know.
So
But again,
here's-
this is one of them people that wants to be in a funk and just sit. Don't talk to me. Don't turn the radio on. Like, yeah, sure, lady. I'll just drive for 40 fucking minutes.
As
with you.
Americans,
Yeah.
we have the right to do that.
No.
that gets you fine. Listen, what the difference between 3 stars and 5 stars is when they ask you to do something and you do it. Okay, it's that simple. So hey, I don't really feel like talking, and I really would appreciate some silence. Okay,
Yeah, if you were in a limo, she'd have rolled that little fucking partition window up on you, and you'd have
I
probably
feel
had a
like-
fucking anxiety attack.
hey, life needs more partition windows.
You know what?
That's
I
simple.
wish I had a partition window because then I wouldn't have to like fucking, okay, here you go. Boop. Here's my music. I'm back in Driveland.
Great, because that's instead of it's not driving Miss Daisy for you. Your luck didn't turn into falling down. Like that's really
Yeah, no shit. That woman
Oh.
could have just snapped and shanked you in the back of the neck with a nail file.
Oh.
Anyways, this has been therapy with Ryan.
Listen,
Fun section.
next week we'll answer the question: why does Ryan get paid in dollar bills? There's a lot of answers to that.
And less than $27.
less than $27 an hour.
maybe we should
you know?
find let's find a parking spot that we think is equal value per hour as Ryan.
Well, I'm going to accept photo evidence. Please feel free to email me. So here, hold on. I have a banner for that. You can email me at dinothegeneticmarvel@gmail.com. You can email me pictures of parking spots that you would equate to they earn as much as any one of our guest hosts or myself included. Yeah,
That's fair.
by all means. Yeah, that seems fair.
Can I push a button?
No, absolutely not. You're horrible.
Serge left a good comment.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to go and say, oh, look, there's a comment. And then I click on the comment and go, oh, there it is. If my waiter starts telling me jokes instead of getting my order, I would lose my shit too. Absolutely. And you know
Yes.
what? You should definitely be like, hey, man, shut the fuck up and go get me my food. Absolutely. No question. Okay?
Mm.
I'm not a people person at all.
None of us.
Hey, and you know what? I think that is totally reasonable. And I feel that we need to address that more often. Like, look, if somebody is in an emotional state, whatever the emotional state is, and they want to start talking or don't want to say, hey, were you looking for interaction or not interaction? If they say no, okay.
That sounds like
Silence.
you're getting a prostitute, though. You looking
Yeah.
for some interaction, baby?
Well, that's how people treat
I
their
feel like that's
drivers.
a legality. You could get away with it easier if you said looking for interaction. I don't think that's.
Oh
against the law.
shit! Hey, look! I just typed in $27 an hour parking spaces, and I don't know what fucking website it brought me to. It's Icon Parking. We Park New York. First one that came up is rates from $25.
Oh, New York is
And,
crazy
Yeah,
bad.
New York, that makes sense.
yeah, I mean, there's a. Yeah, so I mean, bitch, fucking get off your ass and quit whining. That ain't even the fucking, that ain't even the high end on the fucking parking. Quit walking dogs for a living, bitch.
Yeah, that's a good deal in New York. It's not. You can't even rent a bike for that much in New York. That's
Yeah,
all
no
I'm saying.
shit.
That is hands down what has, I believe, society started going wrong when they started renting bikes in the city. And I'm like, this is just absolutely
Yeah,
not.
if you can't afford a BMX, then stay the fuck home.
Listen, that's just ridiculous. Come on, I'm gonna rent a bike. Get the fuck out of here. That's just.
And what happens when you don't pay your bike rental? That's got to be some shit. They come and repo your bike.
Yes,
You
they
got to
do.
feel like a piece of shit if they come and take your fucking banana bike.
Oh, are you kidding me? Apparently they have like trackers on there and all sorts of stuff, and like it's a whole big thing.
It's a whole thing, right?
Sorry.
I think you have to pay with a credit card.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it'll charge you, and if you say,
yeah.
"Oh well, I returned it" or whatever, you have to prove that. Otherwise, yeah, I think you get charged for the bike, which is it's like some insane price, right?
It's over. You can buy 2 bikes with it.
Yeah.
The motorized scooters are hilarious. I mean, what I love about them is you find them in places like they should never be. Number one, and number two, you always find them like this is my mode of transport, and I'm doing some sketchy shit. Like that's the other thing. like it's like, yeah, it's just in a fucking back alley next to a dumpster, blocking the entrance to the crispy chick over on East 55th. It's a little like, where were you going? And
I'm
why
sorry.
did you
What
rent
is the
that?
crispy chick?
Yeah.
It's a East Cleveland
Chicken Shack.
chicken shack. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I did not.
Yeah.
That could have gone a lot of ways, and I was not interested.
It's
I
a very
feel like that the whole
Are-
scooter riding clan are the badasses of the Segway riders. you got
There's
the
no such
Segway
thing.
riders, and then you got the Segway riders who don't wear the tie. Their collar is unbuttoned.
I've found them. It's weird too because I've also found them like parked outside of people's houses while delivering food, and I'm like, you literally just rent this thing every day like that. Okay, I've got other solutions for you, but just keep doing this, buddy. That's just every day you're gonna rent that thing. Okay, that's a little.
And you know what? If I'm gonna rent a vehicle like something like that, it's gonna be more than it's gonna go more than 2 blocks an hour. I'm gonna at least give me a little mini bike, some shit like that. I mean,
Imagine the guy that has to come pick them up, because they're all low jacked, right? So there's just some guy with a truck just going to every
some
sketchy,
guy in a Prius picking up these little scooters and throwing them in the back.
every sketchy neighborhood in your city. This poor guy has to go to and reclaim his scooters every night. Okay, just because they're parked outside clubs. Okay, it's 100% DUI transportation is what it is. Like you're gonna scoot home and leave your car. I guess I don't know. Scooter parking right next to the dumpster hooker. Yes.
So watch out, people. Don't be putting them 30s on your electric scooter because the repo man coming to get them.
Mm.
I can just see gangbangers doing drive-by.
I want to be very clear that the United States of America used to make steel and dig mines and build dams, and now we're talking about pimping out an electric scooter, and I'm here for it. It's not
I
good.
would love to do a whole show on it again, but it's really sad. It's a
Well,
decline. I mean, and shit,
We
man,
went
it's
from muscle
speeding
cars to
up. Yeah.
fucking scooters.
Like that. That's accurate. That's fairly
Okay.
accurate.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the Justice League of now, right there.
Yeah.
The Just Us League.
That's the
I mean, we spent years
Diabetes League.
arguing over whether or not we should have a high-speed rail system or any kind of rail system. Other country just built them, and now it's fucking $300 to take an Amtrak to the next city over, and you want to take it across the country, it's $300.
$300 to drive to the next city now, motherfucker.
Yeah,
What the hell?
it's like before the gas thing though. Even Marco, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, no, you're like, okay. I think the greatest thing is the next 10 years are going to be hilarious because the next 10 years we're just going to continue to see the infrastructure fail, and we're going to have to live with the consequences, and it's going to be like, yeah, you should have done something about it. I don't know what I don't know. You should have fixed something, man. Now we're all going to have to pay more for potholes. Like, you know what? Amazon Prime delivery now charges you a $20 pothole service charge because you live in Cleveland and they haven't patched shit in the last 20 years. Enjoy your lives, baby. Like, that's the way we're going.
Listen, but that just goes to prove, like, even driving through the U.S., you always go on a toll road because there's a good chance that it'll be better than the
It's
non-toll
taken
road.
care of better, yes.
But even still, if you go, I know a friend of mine who's from Mexico. He's from Guadalajara, and he was saying how there are highways that are completely built by the cartels. They are pristine. There's security. Everything is perfect. Why? Because it's what they use. And they're like, yeah, no, that's fine.
Shit,
But
when the mob was in Camel, our roads were good in Camel. When the mob left, the fucking roads went to shit.
well, there's something to be said about mobs taking care of their own. You know.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
murder for hire. I think it's coming back. That's just my opinion.
Also,
Hey,
they
you see what's above me?
It's definitely happening in Europe. That's for sure.
I got my new purge mask today.
That look. That does not look appropriate.
I don't know.
No, man, it's messing up. Listen, that's just how this is where things are getting wonky and everything. That definitely does not look like it's going to be useful in any way, shape, or form as it was intended. You're like, that looks like someone's underwear. Like
That's I'm gonna leave that all the way alone.
oh,
I got a
that you're going to
variety
leave
of
alone, but the
personalities.
lady crying in your back seat, she needs to hear comedy. I love that. God damn.
Now that's worth $27 an hour.
Well, she should have tipped more. Maybe she would have got silence. That's
You know, if you're gonna tell me to shut the fuck up and drive, peasant, at least hand me a 5 spot. I mean, Jesus, you know.
I think
Hell,
you
the
have to
highway-
earn the $5. You know?
Yeah, no shit. Silence is where you earn it. You don't pay a hooker to stay, you pay a hooker to go.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's Charlie Sheen's famous words. I don't
Yep.
pay him to have sex. I pay him to leave. That's listen. That's one of the things that I was researching for this was specifically just how right now you have the population of Ukraine getting handed weapons. Which, let's be honest, I is there a draft in Ukraine? Do we know that?
Yeah, it's more of a you're fucking going.
No, but beforehand, like I know in Greece there's still a draft, right?
I'm not sure.
So
I don't think there was because
I
they
don't
just
think so
said that they're keeping
Okay.
people 18 to 60. Any men 18 to 60 are not allowed to leave.
Now, though,
which, yeah, well, that's a different conversation altogether. That men have to stay and everyone else is running away, right? But even there's an an exodus from Russia of people going, no, fuck this shit, not interested, right? Which, let's be honest, during the peak of the Cold War, before the wall fell in Berlin, people wanted to leave and they just weren't allowed. They could not, right?
Well, according to a little bit of research I did and a few people I talked to, it's like that now. They're not really letting anybody out.
And which is going to create a huge influx of people trying to illegally cross borders and things like that. Which is listen, that's scary because you don't know where people are going, right? It's a terrifying thing and something that
And a lot of that is just snow and wilderness.
listen, that's it's terrible. Well, like, and that's the thing is the alternative is stay and die, right? Like. And how often do you think, like, so many people, I've shot in a gun before. You guys have all shot guns before, right? Like, look, it's awesome, right? Serge said, build a wall. Yeah, they did. And they're like, no, they look like castles. We can't have them. Bullshit. Shit's coming back. But, like, yeah, it's very easy to have an accident with a gun, right? And when you're not trained, it's dangerous for everyone involved. But
Especially if you're scared and you don't know what the hell you're doing. All of a sudden, hey, here's a helmet, here's a gun, defend that fucking line. Huh?
Well, yeah, just I remember the first time I fired an Uzi without a stock, and I'm like, it's just like, and I'm like, I went through an
Yeah,
entire
your hand
clip.
goes
and it was
everywhere.
gone. I think I aimed, fired, the whole clip went off, and I think I landed 2 bullets on like it was 50 yards away. I'm like, yeah, and if that, right? Like, whereas
Gustav
you can't control
Gustav is dead now, but now you're out of ammo. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we
Well, that's-
teach you. Now we.
I don't
teach you
think
to
that's a
re-
good accent to be using these day and age.
Yeah.
Now we teach you to reload.
Ryan, I really feel like Ryan is gonna make that accent of driving someone around and be like, "Hello, I am here visiting. I do some work. It's okay." And she's like,
I had-
911.
I had a
in my
great
car."
line. I had a great line when people got into my car, and I can't remember what it was, but I would basically go full retard for a second.
That's just the normal. This is what we're talking about, Ryan. This is the reason why you lost your job. Yeah, because I'm just more and more. He keeps going over the story. I keep
It's
thinking
never,
of the beginning
it
of Dumb
never
and
didn't
Dumber.
work though. Like it never didn't work. Like every single time, like they giggled.
I
What?
have news for you.
Even that lady laughed at it. Like even like but I can't remember what the fucking line was. Like
People laugh at handicapped people just to humor them
yeah,
so they don't
yeah,
feel bad.
yeah. They laugh at handicapped people and they expect their drivers to shut the fuck up and drive, but it's a me problem.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. They laugh at the handicapped people's jokes because they don't want them to feel bad. Oh, he's slow. Oh, yes, it was funny, hon. Here's $1. Go get you some cotton candy.
Oh,
Yeah. I feel like Ryan's whole story was the beginning of Dumb and Dumber. When he's driving the limousine and he's hanging out the fucking window and shit. That's what the fuck happened.
See, my whole story is a
Sad.
testimony on
sad.
how bad our memories are because like it's changed as I'm sitting here remembering it, talking to you guys. I'm like, oh no, actually, no, that didn't. Okay, yeah, okay.
I feel like what happened was she came into the car. Ryan dropped some Forrest Gump on him, and she's like, "I'm on the phone," and he's like, "Well, you're gonna hear my jokes," and just took off before she could buckle in. And then he's like, "I don't know why she had a problem." And he's like, "Listen, bitch, what I'm gonna tell you is this some good material. Better write it down. It's life advice."
Everywhere I was going, I was running.
Hmm.
Ryan started hitting a car and just like, "Don't worry, I'll get you there, no problem." And then he's like, "I don't know why she didn't enjoy the ride. It was exciting."
I had
told her to write
one.
stuff down.
I had one accident. I did it for like 4 years, and there was a blind guy in my car. You can't make this up. So I had no witness because the fucking guy was blind. It's great.
He was blind from the car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Nah, he was
Ryan
blind.
got to the accident. He made
was
that poor
blind.
guy.
He was blind before he got in the car, but I would have threw the stick away and had his back. Like, yeah, no, I don't know. He could see when he got here. I don't know.
What?
I feel like Ryan just maced that old man so he couldn't tell on him.
I feel that's a Ryan move. It's just,
Uh,
now we both can't see. It runs away.
He's blind about the joke.
This ride's gonna be so fun.
How do you feel about spicy food?
Want to hear my new joke?
Yeah. Windows are locked. Enjoy.
Why are you crying?
Thank you for your support, Michael Bryan. Really appreciate it. Glad we were able to make you laugh.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments below if I should have just shut the fuck up. I guess.
No,
Wait,
send
what,
me.
you got 3 people telling you should have shut the fuck up. You need the world to tell you.
I don't like you 3 people.
Hey, you can give Ryan the best advice of his life, and he goes, "Well, how much money do you make, though?" And you go, "What does that have to do with anything, Ryan?"
Oh yeah, I know. I've given Ryan.
He's like,
great
but
advice.
how much cash you have? How much are you liquid? You're like, number one, what does that have to do with anything?
Am I gonna take this money advice or not? Okay, if you got fucking 25 cents and you overdrafted your account this morning, you're not doing much better than me. I'm not taking it from you. Just keep talking, Ryan. Thanks. Thank you.
I
Listen, I'll start my own Uber service, okay? It's $27 a ride.
I feel like Ryan pulling a Trump move is like, well, I'm going to start my own social media. That
It's
sounds
gonna be
exactly.
the greatest.
Yeah, it's going to be the greatest. Everyone's going to love it.
Greatest.
The trips will be faster. Everyone will laugh. No crying allowed. Okay, no. Crying.
Everybody will be quiet. It'll be
Everyone
the
will be
quietest
quiet.
ride
Except
you
for
ever
me,
have.
I'll be on a loop, just playing constantly. All my greatest hits with a little pepper spray to
Hand
the
out
face.
cheeseburgers. Everybody
out
get a cheeseburger.
Hey, with a bite missing. Tax. Here you go. Here's the rest. Ryan definitely does a food. Like, look, let's be honest. Out of all the people you know, Ryan 100% food taxes his kid. He's
Oh,
like, hey,
yeah.
I got your
You
burger.
see how skinny that poor
Here you
little
go.
girl
Dad
is?
tax. 100%.
You see how skinny? She's a white Ethiopian.
That shit right there, that's why you only get one vote. That shit right there. One vote.
Oh, I love how Ryan's making it sound like he gets more than one vote.
Yeah, no shit.
Definitely not, dude. The two foreigners get more votes. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they're just reparations, motherfucker.
Listen,
No,
that's
I
definitely,
get 6 votes.
yeah, no, that's definitely not gonna work.
Oh,
God. Ryan, why don't I have that? Number one, yeah, check out our Patreon, everyone. By the way, and as well, do we still have? I have this one, but that's not so exclusive housekeeping service. This deal is done, but still give them a call, everyone. Because let's be honest, we're trying to help you get laid.
we didn't do it again. Beginning, middle, end. We fucked it up again. Every fucking
You
show.
fucked it up again. They have paid you. It is your job to be like, hey, Dino, how about a word from our sponsors? And you go into it.
Oh yeah, because you don't ever tell me to shut the fuck up on the show.
Shut the
That's
fuck
not-
up, Ryan.
that
Nobody
doesn't-
asked you.
Yeah, fucking don't touch the buttons either, you peasant! Shut the fuck up, drive the car, and don't adjust shit!
My name is Ryan, and I am the darkness and the vengeance. Right there. And he took himself off the screen. You can always listen every time, and I keep telling him, stop sitting in your recliner, because all we do, we just hear him going. I'm like, guy, you number one, definitely need a CPAP machine. There's no question there.
And the bad thing is he needs it while he's still awake.
Well, you know, he's kind of Darth Vader a little bit when he sits in that chair. Just a
Sounds
little
like
bit.
Vader with asthma.
Well, definitely. By the way, on an interesting note, even my wife. So now the entire Russian system of getting money from anywhere in North America is shut down. My wife got a message from a company that does business on Etsy saying, "Hey, we don't support this war either, and we feel bad, but this is actually our livelihood. So if you ever want to order, we have a new system, but please." Don't think that we are against Ukraine in any way, shape, or form because they're Russian. And I'm like, damn, it was a personal message. I was like, holy shit, man.
Well, I mean, it's their livelihood, man. I mean, they're shutting shit down out there.
Well, this is the thing is a bunch of people are getting punished for the decision of a few very
Assholes.
powerful people that
Yeah.
don't give a shit anyway. Right?
Yes, you're
So,
absolutely right.
I
And
love
then
that we
at
got
this
serious
point-
as soon as Ryan left. That's amazing.
And at this point, you really don't know who's right or wrong in this situation because I look at both sides of the story no matter what.
Yeah.
I before any pre-existing whatevers,
Yeah.
and the more and more I look into both sides of it and try to weed through the propaganda, it's kind of.
Well, this is the whole thing, and something that we were talking about earlier was both Matt and I and Marco and I was that up until last year, like these were the headlines that were going around in Western news, where they were very critical of Ukraine and how bad Ukraine is and all this kind of stuff. And you're going, hey, listen, they number one aren't a NATO nation; they're not involved in NATO.
Right.
Why are we involved? Why is Canada these are the nations that are involved in NATO? I don't see Ukraine there. And as much of a dick
they won't
as
let
that
them
makes
in
me
there.
sound, well, that's because of Russia. Russia's like, hey, fuck you guys. Nuh-uh. Not going in there, right? So, but it's the whole question is, how is this anyone else's business? And ultimately,
Well-
it's very scary.
Well,
that's
it's all
go
of
ahead,
their
Matt.
business without question. The rest of Europe should be worried about
Sure.
war happening within the continent. I mean,
Sure.
it's disrupted because of the amount of energy that comes out of Russia, especially to Germany and the rest of Europe.
Yep.
Concern. And where it goes after Ukraine, because Russia, I mean, they're on hold now, but I mean, eventually Russia will overtake Ukraine. That will happen, I think. Where do they go from there? Do they stop? Do they keep going?
Well, you're absolutely right, and that's one of the big things that has happened is that listen, this is hands down, like these are the NATO nations all together. Okay, number one, Ukraine's not involved, and number two, this is definitely a European problem. There's no question about it. So why is the U.S. The U.S. has mobilized faster than they ever did for anyone during the pandemic in their own country.
That's exactly what I've been looking into, and that's why things, like I said, things are kind of shady because there's a lot of different interests.
Super shady.
I'm actually doing a show on it tomorrow about it. There's a lot of different interests out there that we don't know about. That there's reasons why the U.S. decided, like, hey, we got to go in there and sweep this shit up.
Well, and this is where the whole idea is there's a huge attack on the idea of globalization and how much we're seeing. Like, I don't know, Marco, for yourself, have you seen issues in Ohio where certain things are like prices have just skyrocketed? We're seeing it
like
here.
Crazy. And then, all this bullshit that the media is trying to say, that's propaganda. There's not food missing off shelves. Man, we got stores right down the street, big giant Eagles, even Walmart's shelves are fucking bare. You it's not like you used to be able to go to Walmart 3:00 in the morning and shit is stocked. There's people running around everywhere. I mean, I had to buy fucking $5 a fucking thing cat food because there was no regular cat food.
And that's why, like, look, we knew that there were going to be supply line issues when the pandemic started, right? Which the fact that it's magically disappeared is also a huge red flag for everybody, right? That's like, look, I'm not saying the coronavirus was planned or anything like that. It's a serious issue, but the fact that it magically disappears and mandates can go down immediately when there's a bigger problem, red flag. Just huge red flags, right? Same thing. It's the same idea behind if it's mandatory for your employment, red flag, huge red flag. And I want everyone to turn around. If you're applying to a new job, every new company say, how did they deal with the pandemic and helping their employees? Did they fire anyone during the pandemic? Fair question.
They're still firing people.
Yeah. Well, and that's why you're like, I don't want to work for a company like that. Actual topic. Ryan is complaining that there's an actual topic after he left. Well, listen.
Hey, you kept bringing up your dumb shit. It was just like Matt and his niece.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was, which he tried again, that bastard. But,
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's like, things are going great. You're like, if you bring up your niece one more time, I swear to God. And the best is he goes by Matthew, and I'm like, no problem. You prefer Matthew? He's like, yep, I prefer Matthew. And I'm like, hey, Matt, talking to Duffy, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, hey, listen, you little shit. Listen, you can't ask to be referred to as Matthew and then answer to Matt, you little asshole.
It was a reason why I asked you, you dickhead.
Well, okay, so Serge, I got fired from this crap. Which, listen, if realistically, how many people got fired for reasons, and ultimately it was just a cash grab where they're like, well, listen, all we're going to do is keep you here and pay you when we can't do work, right? I refuse to wear clothes while dealing with customers. Ryan had the same issue, and some lady had the audacity to complain.
And called him sexist.
Called him sexist. He was like, hey, does this look infected? And she was like,
he
hey,
didn't
I
get
don't
me
want to see that.
tooed.
Yeah, well,
Was it-
listen.
Did he get called sexist or sexless?
Probably both.
Maybe a sexless sexist.
I feel like if Ryan starts his own Uber, it'd be called Slobber.
Oh, that's a great name.
I tried to leave.
No, you didn't. You tried to be dramatic and you failed. That's what you did.
No.
You're like, I'm the coolest. I'm not even gonna show my face. I'm
Shit,
so cool.
they came up with a good topic when I left them bastards.
Like immediately, as soon as he left, boom, real topic. I love that. I
Yeah,
love it.
perfect time.
So we went back to Slobber now.
And then right back to Slobber.
Yeah.
You just couldn't. I was going to just be gone for the rest of the show, but I'm like, they're going to literally sit here and talk shit about me while I'm gone.
That's absolutely 100% true. 100% true, sir. 100%.
Yeah.
Cowards.
And
Yeah.
cowards. You're the one that's not showing your face, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
I'll drive to your house right now, fuckface.
Stop being depressed, Ryan. Serge is even saying, okay, come on,
Yeah.
Ryan. If you're not going to listen to our number one fan, who are you going to listen to?
No, Serge is amazing. Serge is like, wait, never mind. Serge is fun. But
Well, that's why there's Captain Serge Whitenuts. It's the holiday drink for lovers, and Serge is our spokesman. I'm working on a new ad campaign specifically for Serge. It's only reasonable.
I feel like we've forgotten our old sponsors. Peach and honey, ain't no lube.
I feel like Ryan used up that resource. He tried to talk to them while driving them around, and they were like, "Hey, listen,
we
man."
were actually gonna get that. Marco wanted me to get lube, but like make it so it couldn't be used as lube and put it on the bottom. Like he's like, get it made. This is the real conversation. Get it made somewhere crazy from like Russia, right? Like from like Chernobyl, right? So like they can't actually use it on their bodies, right? It'll be super cheap. They'll ship it to us, and then we just slap the sticker on it, and then we can sell it. And I'm like,
we got to add some peachy scent to it.
I'm like, bro, everything you just said is a great way to bankrupt the company before there's a company. Like that's all.
I feel like you're thinking about the money when you will all go to jail for that. Like everyone involved is going to jail for that.
Glow. You use straight Chernobyl.
Like,
glowing skin.
Yeah, he's like, we'll put right on there, like, not for use on your skin. He's like, and we'll have sodas, but we'll say like not for actual consumption. And I'm like, you could slap not for actual consumption on there, but if someone drinks it, I'm pretty sure you're still liable. I'm pretty sure,
No, that's what that whole little warning sticker is.
I'm pretty sure that
get rid of the liability.
May cause you to grow 3 heads. Ultra lube. It's realistically, listen, it can take away and give you cancer all at the same time. That's how it works,
It'll take away your hemorrhoids, but it'll give you polyps.
Well, oh God. I think that's we've gotten as far as we can go. Hit up the Patreon, people who are watching. We appreciate your support ongoing as well. Just so you all know. Listen, if you're in a situation like this where you are not making as much as a parking spot, maybe different choices according to half of our cast or the majority of our cast, I say, hey, maybe the world needs some differences. Also, if you on Halloween, if you look like this, maybe an issue. Also, too, there's Upside Down Studios. Check them out tomorrow night. They're going to be talking more about what we're talking about tonight and the fact that essentially the entire world has gone crazy and the people we rely on look like this. So we're kind of boned in that fashion, but things are going to happen. Anybody else want to plug? There's a bunch of shows on your guys.
A great slobber rental car situation. We'll have cheeseburgers and we'll have peach and honey anal lube and we'll have nutty milk drinks. So it'll be fabulous. It'll be the best one. And Ryan will shut him up or we'll me to him.
Only available from the Cleveland airport to a destination within an hour of the city. And if you tip me $20, I'll shut up like a good peasant and drive you where you want to go, master.
I feel like that's a very specific sex party that people that may increase tourism. Just gonna say that.
Yeah, maybe. We'll add a ball gag. So if you want to shut him the fuck up, you just put the ball gag on.
Marco can 100% come and help me install a screen in the van if you guys want to get this going. Like I'm all about it. It's fine. Only available for pickup from the Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. That's only.
I feel like there are way too many vans that have blackout windows that Ryan's talking about, and it makes me uncomfortable. So, as well, there's a stay-at-home show. We do have already 3 or 4 people who are already booked to come. It should be definitely a sexy car ride, sir. It's definitely a sexy car ride. Ryan, you are causing a lot of reverberation in the sound. So, tune in Friday for the stay-at-home show as well. Matt Duffy, you have something?
Nope. I'm just saying tune into that thing on Friday.
Tune into that thing. It's going to be all over the interwebs as well. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, tell your friends, tell your employer, tell on Ryan, number 2. just definitely tell on Ryan. He needs to be told on. But in the meantime, this has been the show. So we'll see you guys next week. Later.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.